Erik Dogen is 32 years old. He lives in the suburbs and works near the city centre. He is single and the father of an 11-year-old girl, Esme.
Wake up call for Erik Dogen. Wake up, Erik Dogen. It's 7 o'clock and the outside temperature is 17 degrees. The sun is shining. Wake up, Erik Dogen.
Erik uses his PTA, his personal travel assistant, among other things, to choose which route he will take to work, which means of transport he will select, and to calculate the time it will take to reach an external appointment or event. The PTA calculates the distance to be covered, the public transport connections, and integrates his data into Erik's business and personal agenda. Today, Erik selects the zero-car option, a combination of bicycle and public transport. This means that he will reach his destination a little earlier, without losing time in the expected jam, and finding a place to park if he uses his car. The weather is fine, and on the way he will meet his co-PTAs, who are taking the same route. When he presses the "Where are your buddies" button, he sees that attractive Marina has also chosen the zero-car option today. Erik informs his company. The company can now reduce the number of parking spaces needed today. In addition, the monthly CO2 reduction score and other positive values are automatically calculated. Erik checks his PTA before he starts off on his bicycle. His agenda function is showing red, a double appointment. He reminds himself that he must fix this as soon as he gets on the bus. But first of all, off to the meeting point to team up with his buddies. The company where Erik works is also participating in the PTA program and stimulates all its employees to join in, reducing CO2 emissions, allowing the traffic between home and work to be regulated more effectively, and limiting the number of necessary parking spaces to make way for greener and restructured spaces. On the scoreboard, you can see which department has gained the most green points this month. The other board indicates when the employees are in the building. Erik is on his way to the meeting point. From here, it is possible to travel further to the city connection stop, either by bicycle, by carpool or by minibus. Erik has chosen the zero-car option today, so he will cycle to the city connection stop, where he will change to a seat on a bus, which the PTA has reserved for him. Marina and her colleague arrive at the meeting point on time, and together they continue their journey to their next stop, the city connection. Marina and Erik are in deep conversation when he notices an alarm from his PTA. He sees his display shining orange. They do not have much time left if they want to make the connection. They decide to speed up. At the city connection stop, they put their bicycles in bike lockers and have just enough time to get a cup of coffee from the drinks machine before getting into the bus. They take the seats, which have been reserved for them by the PTA. Erik now has time to change his double appointment. He sees that Joris, a colleague with whom he has an appointment, will also be on the ferry. He decides to suggest holding their meeting on the ferry. When Joris confirms this proposal, the PTA shows green again. And so, after all, Erik can pick up Esme from a school trip this afternoon. Further on, the PTA shows him that they soon have to change and that everything is running according to schedule. Erik's department is informed that he will leave a little earlier today. His seat in the connection bus is immediately reserved and Erik's open agenda is blocked. Because it offers an advanced PTA system to its employees, the company is actively involved in creating a better environment and making a significant reduction in the number of private cars in the city center. As a result, the company can obtain a reduction in the rate of environmental tax which it has to pay. Not only are the employees motivated to think more about their environment and to make healthier choices, But they can also earn a bonus for the highest green score on a yearly basis. Meanwhile, the sun has come out, and Erik and his buddies have arrived at the ferry terminal. Here they go their separate ways, but not before Erik and Marina have arranged a date for the weekend. Now the day can't go wrong. Joris, who lives at the other side of town, is using the carpool public transport option today and just arrives as the ferry comes in. On the way, he has prepared for his appointment with Erik. Joris first checks their next connection on his PTA, and then Erik and Joris discuss a request from an important client and compare agendas. On the way to the office, they discuss their plans for the rest of the week. In the office, Erik's presence indicator lights up green as they enter the building after leaving the tram. The indicator shows that he will be present in the building until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. With the help of his PTA, Erik has arrived at the place where the bus on which Esme is traveling will stop. When the bus arrives, Erik begins to doubt whether the PTA has really shown the right route and time. The bus is empty. Today, after all, the PTA has proved that it really works. Erik and Esme decide to end the day with a walk to the Italian ice cream parlor.